Hi friends, I'm Professor Tech, and today we're talking about 5 reasons why the Steam Deck is the best value in gaming right now. Pretty much no matter how you slice it, the Valve Steam Deck has taken the mobile gaming market by absolute storm. What was once thought to be a bygone era of full gaming experiences on the go has resolved to an era where experiences never thought possible in a handheld factor on the go are happening on a regular basis. And while the Valve Steam Deck is by no means the first of its kind to make an attempt at a handheld portable PC gaming experience, it is the first to come in at a reasonable enough price that even casual gamers and those that generally don't affiliate themselves with PC gaming are able to jump in and give it a try. It should come as no surprise that the Steam Deck is my favorite console of all time, even surpassing my everlong love of the PlayStation 2 and Nintendo 64, as well as all these systems here. And this is because of how much you are getting in such a relatively small form factor for the price. But that isn't the only reason why. Well, the price is a big reason why. The price is an absolute game changer, and that's one of those really gross corporate America phrases that I absolutely detest saying, like synergy and pushing the boundaries and downsizing. Lame. Take a few moments to look up other portable handheld PCs and you'll quickly discover that relatively similarly powered devices and machines go for up to 2 times what the Steam Deck costs. Take the Ayaneo 2 or the Ayaneo Geek or the GPT Win 3, all more expensive consoles, and usually those that you can find that do happen to be cheaper, such as the Win 600, come with some form of caveat that acts as a sort of unintentional gotcha, such as the inability to play current AAA titles. And if you're interested in seeing just how well the Steam Deck performs with various games, including AAA titles, get subscribed because pretty soon I'll be doing gameplay tests of a lot of different games and seeing what tweaks you can make to make it a better experience, especially if it isn't already Steam certified. Comment down below what games you'd like to see first, and make sure to leave a like letting me know that you want those videos. But even comparing the Steam Deck to similarly priced consoles and PCs, you'll find that you get a lot more value. Like a lot. Like a large amount, a huge sum as some might say. And in addition to price and performance, the Steam Deck not only beats out other handheld PCs, but absolutely demolishes any other lead competitor in the space. Buy the Steam Deck, not the Switch. While the Nintendo Switch Lite is a great value for someone that's looking for a purely portable and classic gaming experience on the go, it does come with the baggage of being a part of an expensive family of software, even with all of the great indie titles that are available on it. And performance is severely hit or miss, no matter which model of Switch you're currently using. In one of my previous videos, I got a lot of flack for saying that a core reason not to buy the Steam Deck is if you just want to play Switch games on the go. And that video was aimed more so at an audience of people that might be considering buying the Steam Deck but aren't already in the PC gaming atmosphere in any way and just want a more or less plug and play experience and maybe just want to play simple games like Mario. But if that's not you, I cannot in good conscience recommend buying the Switch over the Steam Deck for quite a few reasons, and that's what this whole video is about. There's the base level Switch, which comes in at $299. Yes, it does come with its own dock and a set of detachable Joy-Cons, which makes me argue that the Switch lineage is the better value over the Switch Lite lineage, especially considering that the Joy-Con replacement pairs can go for upwards of $60 USD or more, and you'll have the added benefit of TV play available because it comes with a dock. This also allows you to play some titles that simply just don't work on the Switch Lite due to the fact that it doesn't have detachable Joy-Con controllers. And finally, there is the $349 Switch OLED like I have here. Some may disagree, but I maintain that the Switch OLED has the current best portable gaming screen outside of a flagship smartphone from someone like Samsung. However, for the extra $50, the slightly upgraded screen and the slightly better dock, that doesn't convince me that it's an immensely better value over the Steam Deck, since the Steam Deck is only $50 more. The base model Steam Deck, which comes in at $399 USD, is more powerful than any Switch and is nominally less than the Xbox Series X as well as the PlayStation 5, and it's actually consistently in stock. It has built-in ergonomic grips that are much more comfortable than the Switch Lite or any version of the Switch, and it has a larger screen than both the base Switch and the Switch OLED models. And with some slight tweaks, you can even get an OLED-like experience out of the Steam Deck with plugins and saturation filters. Does it have the raw horsepower of a PS5 or Xbox? No, but it doesn't need to, and it only needs to push a resolution of 720p at this screen size. This makes the Steam Deck incredibly agile in addition to its flexibility. The flexibility of the Steam Deck. And that's not to mention the fact that the Steam Deck supports virtually any controller type over Bluetooth, so you can even use your Joy-Cons that you already have for your Nintendo Switch laying around, or your Xbox controller, or your PlayStation controller, or your 8BitDo controller, or your PS3 controller, or your PS4 controller, and it is just so much more powerful. You can play AAA titles, albeit with tuned down settings, at decent frame rates, and with the emulation capabilities of the Steam Deck, you can even technically play Switch games on the Steam Deck, sometimes in a better quality than you can on the Switch, which to me is a little bit nuts, but it explains why Nintendo has been buckling down on small content creators showing this type of interaction in their videos. I'm just getting started on my channel, so I'm not trying to get Nin canceled. Okay, so you might want to go check some of those other places for those for the time being. Just saying. Da, 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 da. Oh. You saw nothing. Woo! Speaking of Switch emulation on the Steam Deck though, you should check out Linus Tech Tips' video on Switch emulation via Steam Deck. They do a pretty thorough step-by-step guide on how you can do it ethically without the need to download any ROMs or software off of the interwebs. I know that not everyone likes to take that approach, but for some of us that have trouble sleeping at night, it's worth a watch, so I'll have it linked down below. The sheer number of peripherals that you can use, from mixing controllers out of the box, Bluetooth support, Nintendo, so whether you want the flexibility of being able to play on the go, or you'd also like more of an at-home experience, you can have both with the Steam Deck just like you can with the Nintendo Switch. And speaking of an at-home experience with the Steam Deck, transitions. Almost any dock will work with the Steam Deck. Yes, it doesn't come with the dock, but for $50 more, and really $100 more if you want to throw in a more premium, decent dock experience from someone like JSOX, you will have a much better system with an infinitely wider selection of games that you would with the Switch OLED that you can play just like you could the Switch on a TV. There are docks that support built-in memory expansion, great for storing games that you don't really like playing on the go, but do like having at a moment's notice when you're at home, or when you're hoping to put in some hours on the couch. But not only are docks by Steam Deck specific manufacturers making the rounds, but if you do happen to have an at-home dock already for your work computer or other devices, such as a way to plug and play your USB-C phone into a television display, you probably already have a more than functioning and capable dock. Now, if I could just figure out a way to get Plex working on the Steam Deck, this would be an absolute powerhouse multimedia console as well. So in the future, I'll be exploring setting up a Plex home media server on the Steam Deck, so make sure to like the video down below if you'd be interested in seeing how you can take the Steam Deck to the next level of home entertainment. That sounded really weird coming out of my mouth. So no matter how you twist it, the Steam Deck's docking capabilities smash Nintendo's out of the water. Just about the only dock that doesn't work with the Steam Deck, ironically enough, is the Nintendo Switch dock. I just find the irony there quite beautiful. Now, maybe some of the comments from my previous videos will calm down about me being a Nintendo shill. I'm only a little bit of a Nintendo shill. Not a lot of it, a little bit. I still really love my Switch, but one thing that the Steam Deck has that the Switch doesn't is this. Almost all the games. Speaking of a wide selection of games, there are now over 7,500 verified Steam Deck games, which is absolutely insane according to GameRant. And that's just verified. There are plenty of games that are not considered verified that work just fine on the Steam Deck. There are easy workarounds and plugins you have that can allow you access to other PC gaming libraries such as Epic Games and GOG. And that's all without mentioning emulation. But hey, I guess since we're on the topic, emulation on the Steam Deck is not top of class, but I would argue that it is the most convenient on the go. With EmuDeck installation being mind-bogglingly simple, it grants you the ability to play games on an immense number of systems. Our field correspondent Malik has the list.
Oh, thanks, Steve. The Steam Deck is fire. You can play games from all these systems: Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, Neo Geo Pocket, MS-DOS, MAME Arcade, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, sorta, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, N64, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, Xbox, and Xbox 360. Again, sorta. Back to you, Tech.
Thanks, Malik. So, depending on your legally obtained ROM library, you may have access to an endless stream of games and content all in the palm of your hand. Hands. Now that I've talked a lot about how amazing it is, how it's more or less crushes the Nintendo Switch, are there any contenders? Is there another console that provides a similar level of value? Well, maybe, but that's another good value, but we can talk about that in a future video, so do the whole subscribe thing down below. I know I've said that already, but I've got more things coming beyond the Steam Deck. It's gonna be great. But I do have one last reason why the Steam Deck is the best value in gaming today. The build quality and the customization. Is it the aluminum chassis of something like the Razer Blade or the MacBook Air or Pro series? No, but it is made in a way that you can modify and improve the physical parts such as Hall sensing sticks, improved triggers, and updating the hard drive to your heart's content. You can make sure to follow a reputable guide on that last one because there are a lot of SSDs that can cause major issues with your system if you don't know exactly what you're doing, and long-term damage that can accrue over time that might not be immediately apparent. So basically, the ability to do these modifications is there, just make sure that you know what you're doing when you do them. But just the fact that it exists is amazing and well beyond what any of these others can do. So can you do that with any other current console? Pretty much no. Outside of cheaper emulation devices that are technically consoles but lose out on AAA current gaming, they don't have nearly the support of the mainstream consoles like the Deck, although they do have fantastic community support and guidelines, so I will be doing videos on those, and they don't quite have the accessory market that's built out quite as much as the Steam Deck. With all those reasons in mind, what do you think of my reasons for why the Steam Deck is the best value in gaming? Do you agree, disagree? Make sure to let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, make sure to ring that bell. I'm Professor Tech, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you next week. Bye, my friends.